Yeah, it was a very good match from the first moment on. It's a pretty special victory because of it's the first since two and a half years on Grand Slams. I think, I don't know, 6 or 7 Grand Slams without a match win, so it's great, and especially here at the US Open with all the past and all the memories I have here.
Okay, thank you. Questions? Willie in the back.
Willie Weinbaum from ESPN. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How would you describe your road from your championship here to this point today?
It was a very good road for me, I would say. Especially personally, I was learning a lot, So I don't wanna miss anything in this road. But obviously, tennis-wise or sports-wise was not easy all the time, and so that's why I'm even happier that I got the win today. First win on Grand Slam since a while. I had some good previous weeks as well with the first finals after the injury. So it's feeling good, and I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Okay. Right here.
Dan Wolken, USA Today. Dominic, how would you describe the difference in what you feel on the court from the fans now, because they know everything you've gone through, compared to before the injury? Is it different at all, the reception, that the people who really want you to do well?
Yeah, definitely, because I always got great support also before, but now I haven't played well the last 2 years. Also last year when I played here was not that easy, but I think the people are really appreciating the way the comeback from the injury. I have the feeling that many people feel or know that it's not easy coming back, and also I'm turning 30 soon, and people, I think, also like sometimes the more experienced players or the players who are on tour since a long time, who made some great memories and some great matches on the biggest tournaments. So yeah, I'm super happy about the support.
Dominic Thiem for ClayTennis.com. I don't know if you have seen Twitter about what Bublik said in the middle of the second set. Well, he said, "I'm sick of giving careers back to disabled people." He said that in Russian, and wanted to know how do you take that?
Well, I don't know if the translation is right. This.
Check it.
It is, yeah. Then it's a tough saying. Something you shouldn't say in general. Just out of respect. But yeah, maybe he didn't mean it that way or whatever. But yeah, what can I say about it?
Any other questions in English? Yes, Dan, good.
Yeah, I was just going to ask for you, in the injury comeback, at this point, how much of it is the physical side versus mentally trusting that you're not going to get hurt again?
No, the physical trust is there. Since the injury, I've played many tournaments. I did many practice sessions. I really also gave a lot of load on the wrist again, so it's completely fine. The mental side was not that easy, as the wrist or the arm was not doing the same job I was used to before the injury, so that was not easy. But yeah, with every success, with every match, and especially with bigger successes or better weeks like I had in Austria when I played my first finals, or also here back on winning ways in Grand Slams, it helps a lot on the mental side, and to get the full trust again in the wrist, and yeah, that it does 100% what I want with the forehand.
Okay. Richard.
Richard Kent, Black Athlete Sports Network. Can you talk about your matchup with Ben Shelton? I think you played him once before in Portugal.
Yeah, exactly. I played him on on clay, but this was just, I guess, his first clay court tournament ever or something. On hard, I guess it's a completely different game. He played quarters in the Australian Open. He had some great results on hard court. And in general, I'm looking forward a lot to that match. He's a great guy. He's an unbelievable athlete. You know, I really love to watch him. And yeah, I guess that one big thing gonna be the return again. He's serving incredible. Today I was returning well, so I tried to do that in the second round as well.
Okay. Two more in English. One, and then Cindy.
Randy Walker, WorldTennisMagazine.com. Your opponent today is known for his underhand serves, and it wasn't that good for him today, but what do you think about that in general as a tactic in tennis?
Yeah, it can be a good tactic, especially probably on clay when the returner is standing far back. It can be good, you know, and it's allowed, so it's fine if it helps you to do it. It's completely fine, and especially when you have like me sometimes, not today, but on some other days or on other surfaces, if I return far back, it's pretty good tactic.
Last question in English.
Break point.
Of course, I was surprised, but against him or against some other players, you have to be aware all the time that it happens. So you have maybe a little different view on the return, on the record, and luckily I was there.
Okay. Last question in English. Cindy.
Hi, Domi. Cindy Schmerler, New York Times. You've mentioned before about sort of the lack of motivation following your U.S. Open victory. And I'm wondering if, you know, Mats Wilander went through the same thing when he won 3 majors and hit #1 in the world. Was there any moment in there where you thought, I'm going to quit? You know, he left shortly thereafter. And second to that, does it help to return here to the U.S. Open, which is the scene of your success?
No, I never had the thought of quitting, really. I'm still a little bit too young for that, I guess. And coming back here always helps. But not only because I won here, but because of the city and because of the tournament itself. It just has a special energy. And yeah, if you spend 2-3 weeks here in New York City, it gives you all the energy, you know. Then it gets a little bit too much maybe, but now coming back here is always great experience.